So they put up this 12-foot bronze statue in Times Square of a black woman, a random black woman. Why? I don't even know. According to this article from Outkick, it says, which is published on May the 7th, it's by Joe Kinsey. It says, so stunning, so brave, in what's being called a contrast to the two white men who have statues in Times Square. A new 12-foot statue of a fictionalized overweight black woman has been erected at Broadway and 46th Street. Why? The Times Square Arts Association presents a big word salad on its official website for the bronze statue, created by artist Thomas J. Prince. But then, buried deep in the word salad, we get an interesting nugget. Says installed at ground level on a wide low base, the work invites engagement with hundreds of thousands of people who traverse the plazas each day. The woman grounded in the stars cuts a stark contrast to the pedestal permanent monuments, both white men, both men, which bookend Duffy Square, while embodying a quiet gravity and grandeur. You guessed it, this is about race. It says, who are the two white men that the Times Square Arts won't name? Because this is supposed to be in contrast to these two statues that's also in Times Square of two white men. One of them, a white man who is a World War I hero, Father Francis Duffy, who became the most highly decorated cleric in the history of the U.S. Army for his efforts during combat on the Western Front in France. Duffy was honored with the Distinguished Service Cross for his service to the United States, which included caring for wounded and dying men. So, we don't know why this black lady, or just this random black lady, got a statue, but she didn't even do anything. It's just in contrast because it's white men that have statues. This guy actually was a World War I hero who helped care for wounded and dying men. And so that's an issue for some people for some reason. I don't get it. Why? None of this makes sense. See, this is one of the things when it comes to particularly black women who want to invade certain spaces. It's like, why can't you just create your own thing? And this is what I've always said. Anytime that they've come out and they say, well, we want to, let's have a black Superman, or let's have a black Batman, or one of these popular heroes. I'm thinking to myself, for what? I like the white Superman. I like the white Batman. Let's just have our own black superheroes. It's other characters that's in the Super Friends and these other universes that are black, Latino, Asian, whatever. Why can't we use those characters or make some new characters? Some good characters, not some cheesy, corny characters. We can absolutely make these characters. We have our own studios now. We have our own producers and movie directors. Why don't y'all just make your own? I don't care for a black super. I'm not gonna watch those movies. I like the white Superman. I like the white Batman. I like those characters. I don't have an issue with that. They've been historically white. So why would I all of a sudden want them to be black now? That's not making me happy. It's not like oh, I gotta go out and see the new Superman because it's a black person. No, that's gonna make me not want to watch it. And that's not racist. That's not me self-hating. I want my own, which is the same reasons why black people did better during the Jim Crow era, other areas, the 40s, the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. To be honest with you, is because we had to work together. So we had no choice but to clean up the BS that was going on around us. We couldn't have a bunch of stupidity. People wanted nice things and they had to make do with what they had. And they actually made do with what they had. They had nice things. They had families. They had great communities. Now we on this never-ending struggle to do whatever white folks is doing. I don't want to do what white folks is doing. I like doing stuff with black people. I'm not against white people, but I like doing stuff with black people. But I don't want to do stuff with stupid black people. I like to do business and activities with nice, well-rounded black people. Like when I grew up. Because when I grew up, I heard some of these Generation X people talk about how it used to be, and that's how it was for me. In the beginning, things didn't really change to all of this new technology and it's invading our spaces and making people, get away from family. All of that changed right around the time I was a senior and on out of high school. But previous to that, it was the same, just as if you hear somebody from the Generation X explaining, man, we used to go out as a family. We used to dress like this. It wasn't all of this debaucherous activity. The women was nice. Everybody was pleasant to each other. That's how it was. It was, you had your criminal element, which is white people have a certain criminal element. Asians have a certain criminal element, but it's not what people perceive the culture to be like it is now. Like now, we get lumped in with all the bad people. All the good black people get lumped in with all the bad black people. And so for people to try to sit up here and want these, just like I can't think his name. I'm about to play the clip. He was saying this is like some DEI stuff. And we don't want DEI. I don't want to see some black woman statues or a black man statue just because it's white men statues. Let's make them have a purpose. See, the Martin Luther Kings and stuff, that's a purpose. That's not random. Rosa Parks, all these other, that stuff is not random. Just a random black woman just because it's some white men in Times Square. How can you even enjoy that? As a black person or a black woman, why would you even want that? I don't just give me something just because, oh, you're black and we got a lot of white stuff going on. Let's give you something because you're black. I don't even want that. I feel like I didn't earn it. I want to earn something. There's more meaning in that. It says, why is there a statue of a giant black woman in Times Square? Besides presenting a contrast to the white guys, the Times Square arts team says the unnamed woman's role is to create an introspective meditation on humanity, while noting the artist's work offers viewers a unique opportunity to experience Times Square in a new light and sharing a moment of personal reflection and empathy amidst the hyperactivity of the district. It says, oh, okay. And what are we reflecting on? That's what he wrote. On artist Thomas J. Prince's website, he paints a clearer picture as to what he was after with this work. He says, both her statue and her unbothered gaze are markers of status and authority. This is a figure who understands her worth. Now they just playing on the whole matriarchy, I mean, in the black community. You got the big mammy, basically, that's how I see it, with her hands on her hips, talking down to black folks, trying to tell us what to do, particularly black men. She's running the show. You can't tell her nothing. Hips cocked, hands on the hips. I'm surprised they didn't make her do the. Who's paying for the giant Times Square statue? It says of the overweight black woman. Support for Grounded in the Stars is provided in part by the Jaquez and Natasha Gelman Foundation, Morgan Stanley, the New York State Council on the Arts, with the support of the Office of the Governor and the New York State Legislature, public funds from the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs in partnership with the City Council, and additional in-kind support from the Times Square Edition Hotel. Here are some of the reactions. Somebody put, didn't you know that fat is great? Being healthy and working out is just an awful white person's expression. Exactly. Let's promote the big black woman. Let's not promote health, wealth, prosperity. Let's promote that and not put out a good message for black people. Let's just do some random and hopefully put a smile on a black person's face today. Somebody said, I don't understand why they had to make her overweight. Obesity is now being celebrated. Being in shape is too MAGA. Yep. Because, of course, you can't be in shape and anybody should like you. You have to be overweight so everybody can like you. And don't body shame. Look at Lizzo. She didn't want to be body shamed. She was proud of being fat. Probably until she went to the doctor and they said, look, all that's cute, but you ain't healthy. You got high BP. You got high cholesterol. And then she changed the tune. Now all those people who was behind her, the big people talking about don't body shame, now they mad at her. All because she lost weight. Well, you fell for the trick. And black women have failed for the trick. You finna see so many black. I'm going to Times Square, girl. I'm going on vacation. I'm gonna go see the black woman statue. For what? What did you do? What is that? What is that doing for you? Nothing. You just want to see a black woman and it makes you feel good to feel like you've accomplished something. What did you accomplish to get a black woman statue? A random black woman. It's not even somebody who's done anything. You don't even know who that is. We'll probably find out in the next 30 years it was the guy's housemaid or something. Then we want the statue taken down. Black women aren't housemaids. Y'all was cool with it then. Says they want us all fat, sick, medicated, broke, dependent, and easily controlled. Yep. Crazy.
One to Jalen Brunson. He's carrying the Knicks on his back. Anyone but a fake lady. So, what does New York think about the DEI statue?
Do you know who this woman is?
No.
I have no idea, no.
Nope.
I have no idea, no.
No, I do not.
Do you have any idea of maybe something that she accomplished that got her a statue?
Something with equal rights? I don't know.
Something to do with, like, the black community.
Part of the BLM movement.
What if I told you she accomplished nothing?
Really?
It's supposed to embody everybody. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Exactly.
I think I feel totally represented.
You see, she was hesitant to even say that. She was hesitant to say that. She said, no. She said it, but she was like, she knew what she was about to say. And it's like, if I say this, I might get some backlash.
Represented by that.
You do?
No.
I feel like it's a good representation for New York, especially because it's towards the BBW women. And
Don't body shame. There you go. Let's represent for the BBW women. Represent for the BBW women. That's unhealthy. You're not even a BBW. Why you want to represent something like that? If you like that so much, why don't you go gain some weight? You know she gonna. No, I don't. I eat healthy. I eat my shakes every morning. Drink my shakes every morning. Eat my kale. Drink my water. No, I don't. I eat clean. So you want to be a BBW? No.
a lot
I'm sorry,
of people,
what's BBW?
big black, like the big black woman.
What do you think about her pose? Is that a good pose?
Then she said it wrong. She said the derogatory form of it is the big black woman. It's generally called beautiful black woman. I mean, the big beautiful black woman, or whatever. It's beautiful. It's not the big. She's just the big black woman. Lord have mercy. Maybe I said it wrong. I don't know. Either way, You don't want to be known as the big black woman, is what I'm getting at.
No, I don't think she's happy to be here.
People are comparing
Sad.
it to Michelangelo's David. How do you think it stacks up?
Hell no.
She's wearing more clothes.
She's not naked. No.
Would it be better if she were?
That's a tough question.
Who do you think she voted for?
Oh,
Trump.
man. Would it be better if she didn't have on clothes? The dude said, that's a tough question. He said, that's a tough question. Where'd my video go?
As somebody that works for the government, I'm here to tell you that
What is going on? He said, that's a tough question.
Democrats
can't make
have been
this
on a
stuff
statue
up.
jihad since the summer of love.
Would it be better if she were?
That's a tough question.
Who do you think she voted for?
Uh-oh.
Say Trump.
I think she voted for Trump.
Probably Kamala.
They know it. They know it.
Why do you think that?
Black Lives Matter.
Probably didn't vote
Why?
Ooh.
because she's stuck here the whole day. She couldn't get to the polls.
Ooh.
How does she make you feel?
Like a baddie.
What a
'Cause she
beautiful
big.
piece standing in the middle of Times Square. What a beautiful time.
Jimmy Fail is the host of
Jesus
Fox News
Christ.
Saturday night.
There it
so
is.
have you checked this statue out?
I have watched it. It is not quite Michelangelo's David. It's more like Michelangelo's Lizzo, if we're going to be honest.
Wow. See? Now y'all a joke. Now black women is a joke. This is what you wanted. This is what you got. Crazy. Let me know what y'all think about that statue in the middle of Times Square. I don't like it. They can get rid of it if you ask me. But that's New York. They can do whatever they want to do. I live in a conservative red state, so I don't got to fool with all that liberal BS that they got going on. So, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Make sure you like the video. If you hadn't subscribed to the channel, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe if you hadn't done it already. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.